Barcelona has found a new Busquets. Messi will wear a chest camera to show football from his perspective. Now it's clear why Real Madrid made a comeback. A fascinating story has become known. Zidane is returning to football, and Arab sheikhs are buying Liverpool. We're discussing this and more today. Friends, this is Dose of Football, and a hot selection of the most interesting news to this hour. Charge your royal likes, and we will definitely continue to work without weekends. Well, I wish you a pleasant appetite and a pleasant viewing. Not only Erik ten Hag is under intense pressure right now, the Dutch coach is considered by many to be the favorite for the first dismissal of the season. But he is not the only one who could be ousted in the near future. Head coach Oliver Glasner is also a contender for an imminent contract termination. It was very unexpected that his team started the new season so terribly. If you're an Australian Football League fan, you'll definitely remember how this coach came in mid-season and lifted them from the bottom. Under his leadership, the club left the relegation zone, took a place in the upper half of the table, and became a team that could give a fight to any opponent. But in the new season, he hasn't even tasted victory yet, at least within the Australian Football League. The club currently ranks 17th, with a mere 3 points in the active standings. Has the sale of Michael Olise had such a strong impact on the team? In theory, it's possible. Olise was a great winger, and of course, without him, it's become harder for Crystal Palace to score points. Despite the tough season, the team remained united. Moreover, some pretty strong guys joined the team, and more was expected from it than just 3 points in 8 rounds. Given such results, Oliver Glasner may be fired in the near future. According to a source, the management trusts the Austrian coach, but if he doesn't secure a first win before the international break next month, they will have to look for someone who can salvage the situation. This someone could be an old acquaintance of ours, named Gareth Southgate. But I really don't want this soul to end up at the helm of such a bright team, which is under the leadership of Oliver Glasner. It's understandable that it's hard to talk about the brightness of the team now, considering the place it occupies. But Glasner sets up a football team that utilizes its attacking potential, aiming to play through aggressive attacks. And Southgate's philosophy has long been understood by everyone. In defense, it's already tougher. In attack, it's tougher. And in general, it's not so important to score as not to miss. Why do we need these nerves? At the same time, it seems that Southgate can fix the team's situation and get it out of the drop zone. But Crystal Palace's football will just become unwatchable. Zinedine Zidane is still on vacation and has not taken on any new work since leaving Real Madrid. The Frenchman is not one to take on a project for money or just because he wants to work. For Zizou, it's extremely important to win, and he's looking for the ideal conditions to do so. He had several opportunities to return to the field. Manchester United and Paris Saint-Germain were after him. He didn't go to MU because of a banal reason. He doesn't know English well enough. Not all coaches are bothered by this, but Zizou wants to convey his ideas without any problems. But Paris Saint-Germain probably scared Zidane off with its unpredictability and dubious project. Perhaps Zizou's love for Marseille, the principal rival of Parisians, also played a role. But we all know where Zizou would have gone without any questions or negotiations. The French national team is every coach's dream. Zidane led the team as a player, and now he wants to do it as a coach. However, the national team leadership does not see Didier Deschamps in this role. Deschamps' conservative coaching style sometimes seems for the best, which limits the potential of the team, which is almost limitless, considering the level of the squad. As long as the French team's bosses don't plan to fire Deschamps, Zidane should consider other options. According to Carrera de Lasser, the leaders of the Saudi Football Federation are planning to negotiate with Zidane. For this, of course, they offer him unbelievable conditions. Former French national team defender Christophe Dugarry doesn't believe Zizou could have taken a break for a couple of years. He has offered his services to the French national team. He said he wants to coach it and is waiting. It's no longer a secret. He's not going to Saudi Arabia. He will never go. If he wanted to, he would have gone there a long time ago. Zizou is a free man and is not obligated to please everyone. Hasn't he made people happy enough? Dugarry questioned why Zidane wouldn't try national football before joining the French national team. It's possible to negotiate a contract clause with the Sheikhs that allows him to leave the team if the tricolors make an offer. Moreover, even Zidane has his own price. It's just very high. But the Sheikhs can offer such a sum that even Zizou will have no choice but to agree. Real Madrid made an incredible comeback against Borussia Dortmund. Here, Nuri Sahin tried his best. The coach wanted to get on the bus and expected that because of this, many will start to leak. That's why he released center back Valdemar Anton instead of winger Gittins. Well, to make it easier to fend off. And what did this lead to? Rudiger, who started the comeback, was free to roam in Dortmund's penalty area, as Schmele had no one ahead. Then Schaken released Emre Can on the field, trying to stop Vinicius. Havbeck is in terrible form right now, and here he is pitted against the best player in the world, and even as a flank defender. Schaken's substitutions, while unnatural, were not the only factor in Madrid's victory. Real played like a different team in the second half. They changed mentally, and here's a huge credit to Carlo Ancelotti. It's not only about Carlo's father speaking up during the break. According to Marca, for many Real players, the Italian is like a father. Everyone is worried about his future. During the match break, Madrid players discussed the game and the team's recent results. In their conversation, they mentioned that the team must not disappoint the coach. People want Ancelotti to stay after this season. And this speaks not only of the players' love for Ancelotti, but also about the fact that if the match with Borussia does not become a turning point for the club in this draw, then Real may change the coach after this season. It seems the players are aware of Florentino Perez's interest in Xabi Alonso, who, as per Florian Plettenberg, is planning to depart Bayern after 2.5 years. But if Real starts playing stably like in the second half against Borussia, then there can be no talk of Xabi Alonso, regardless of all the benefits of his appointment. The Madrid footballers understand this. That's why they will fight to the end for Carlo. Lionel Messi is in great form just in time for the Major League Soccer playoffs. In October, Leo participated in 3 championship matches, scoring 5 goals and 1 header. The Argentine was rightfully named Player of the Month. In this regard, the league published statistics showing how important Messi is for the entire championship. Leo's transfer to Inter Miami allowed Major League Soccer to increase the number of subscribers by 26% on TikTok, 21% on YouTube, and 10% on Instagram. The Inter Miami Football Commission has become the best-selling in the world. And largely thanks to the Argentine, the third set of retro-style caps became the best-selling in the history of the official Major League Soccer store, breaking sales records for the first day, week, and month. However, the designers deserve credit here. They tried their best. Thanks to Leo, Major League Soccer managed to sign profitable contracts with Primark and Bershka, gaining over 800 sales points for their products in various European countries. Major League Soccer's attendance surpassed all previous records, reaching 14,495,000 fans. Among them, by the way, is me. Moreover, Leo's transfer sparked interest in soccer not only among those living in Miami, but also across the rest of the country. Fans flocked to the stadiums of all clubs. According to expert forecasts, after the playoffs, the tournament will enter the top 3 most visited in the world, along with the Premier League and the Bundesliga. As I understand it, we're talking about the percentage of stadium capacity filled. And to hype Messi one more time, the league has taken a very interesting step. Messi will be filmed and stream the first Inter Miami playoff match in the Major League Soccer against Atalanta's Lihi Miranchuk. A camera will be mounted on Messi's chest, allowing you to watch football from his perspective. The live broadcast will be available exclusively on Major League Soccer's TikTok. The idea is not just top-notch, it's ultra top-notch. We haven't seen technology of this level meet modern standards before. I'm sure it will be viewed countless times. In Major League Soccer, they are optimizing the use of available resources. And if Messi can score a goal, it will be even cooler than the legendary ad directed by Richie. Many years ago, a wealthy sheikh from Saudi Arabia bought Manchester City, then invested a lot of money in it and made it one of the best clubs in England. Recently, his compatriots acquired Newcastle United. The Magpies, while not highly active in transfers, are still visibly striving to challenge the Premier League's best teams. By the way, it's going well. In the future, Saudi Arabian billionaires might buy another major Premier League club. According to the source, the sheikhs are looking at Chelsea and Liverpool. Journalist Miguel Delaney writes that rumors are already circulating in the football world that Saudi Arabia is targeting the purchase of an even bigger club. Rumors are circulating about Liverpool and Chelsea. Barcelona's financial difficulties could lead to the club having to give up full ownership to its members and sell a portion of its business. Yes, Saudi sheikhs could also come to Spain, despite the fact that Joan Laporta and his team are still managing to keep Barcelona afloat. However, rumors about the club's sales surface regularly. If the situation reaches a critical point, it will be necessary to seek the help of fat cats. Otherwise, there is a risk of falling off the football map of Europe. But the most likely scenario still seems to be the sale of Liverpool. Barcelona somehow manages to deal with its financial difficulties. She also shows good play on the field. If there are no urgent issues, the board will not support transferring the club ownership under any circumstances. Chelsea only recently changed its owner, who had invested so much money into the London club that it's unlikely to find a person capable of offering Boyle adequate compensation. But Liverpool's situation differs. John Henry wanted to sell the club in the summer, but for some reason, he quickly changed his mind. Nevertheless, the owners of the Scousers do not pay much attention to the team, and it seems that sooner or later they will decide to put the club up for sale. That's when the Saudis will come in, and hopefully they will invest a significant amount of money. Bayern's trip to Barcelona was unlucky. And I'm not just talking about the match. The score could have been much more respectable. Moreover, one of the Munich managers was robbed before the game. According to reports, one of the top red officials who attended the game had his expensive Tissot watch, iPhone 15, and wallet stolen. The criminal fled the scene and is still at large. The victim reported to the police. An investigation is underway. But despite the increased attention to the case, it's uncertain whether law enforcement can help, considering the number of similar cases in the capital of Catalonia and all the difficulties encountered in investigating such crimes. Unfortunately, in Barcelona, you have to watch out for yourself first and foremost. The defeat of Bavaria by Barca may bring corrections to the future of Joshua Kimmich. At the end of this season, Kimmich's contract expires, and a transfer to Blaugrana is one of the most likely scenarios after Joshua becomes a free agent. Havbeck announced before the match, "Will I consider the option with Barcelona? In life and football, anything is possible. Barcelona and the Spanish national team had a big influence on me. Xavi was my role model growing up. I always watched matches with Guardiola's tiki-taka. For me, they were an example. Until recently, the position of a pivot in Barca was necessary for strengthening. But now I'm not even sure, do the Catalans need Kimmich? Have you ever seen how young Marc Casado plays? The selection is limited, but signs point to the Blaugranas finding a new Sergio Busquets soon. In yesterday's game, Casado made 4 interceptions, repeatedly thwarting Bayern's attacks in the first half. Marc made a fantastic header pass and tore through the Munich defense. In short, another gift from La Massey with a big future, who was not ashamed to compare with Kimmich. Considering the versatility of Joshua and the fact that he could become a free agent, I would still work on signing him in place of Blaugrana. Opportunities like this are rare. You have to take advantage. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and subscribing. My name is Kirill Cast, and this was your daily dose of football. Peace to your house and to your hanga friends.